Dukes of Weebdom.
Dukes of Weebdom.
47. I almost went
I
to 37.
completely forgot, so.
47.
I was going to be like, looking at you.
Save me here.
Say the number.
We're back.
We are back.
With everything. Well, not we're back. We haven't left, but Shonen left us.
Yeah. That means you have a Chainsaw Man tomorrow. Yes. I'm going to go double check that that's true while my hopes are still high.
You're going to try to, because as usual.
Yeah, wow. It's because I left the app open instead of closing it last time. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, 14 hours.
Beautiful. Thank God.
Ooh, let me check this. Ugh, 10 days for Kagura. It's been so long.
I know.
December 3rd.
It's been brutally long. And we forgot to talk about Wild Strawberry last week, by the way.
We did, yes. What happened? Let me into this chapter. I do have something to talk about before we get into all this.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, I remember this. I just skimmed through the chapter. So, I have a little rebuttal. Kind of half takes backsies. I did some... Not really did more research, but the news of Smite 2 has been out long enough now for all of the content creators of Smite to have made videos of it.
Yeah.
Asmongold made a video reacting to the situation.
Yeah, surprised with that one.
So was I. I was like, oh shit. I mean,
I think I listened to that in the shower.
You listened to it? Like,
yeah, in the shower.
I watched a Smite content creator reacting to Asmongold's video, reacting to the other video. Still not the most reacts, because I saw Asmongold reacting to a guy reacting to Asmongold react to him. A four-way react.
As well.
But after learning some more details, I think it's true that Smite 2 needed to happen. In, because I spoke a lot of like personal knowledge base last week when I spoke about this, and a lot of ignorance probably shined through of mine, of things that I assumed instead of doing any kind of research and predicating opinions based on the research instead of my own personal feelings. But because I was comparing it to like Overwatch 2, and that's it. I don't think I
heard other people bring in Modern Warfare, but that wasn't you.
Yeah, and Path of Exile too. People were talking about.
Yes, because all of the cosmetics, yeah.
But what I didn't know, and because I didn't know anything about Path of Exile 2, I didn't even know they had skins in Path of Exile to transfer over.
If you have money, you can look beautiful. If you don't got money in Path of Exile, you look like a dirty homeless
Well, from what I understand too, the value, it's uber bucks amount of money in Path of Exile.
There's also that, yes.
And so they were forced to do that. They could not transfer.
Yeah, they got some big boy dollars.
Yeah.
I think every season there's like a $500 bundle.
Did you see it? Wow. That's ridiculous. I mean, when you think about it too, I mean, Smite is pretty ridiculous. Like if you bought out the whole Odyssey.
Hi-Res in general. Every game Hi-Res makes is. They have a science to how they do it.
Yeah, but I mean, every company really that does loot boxes.
It's just Hi-Res it's wild to me sometimes.
But anyway, so the Overwatch 2 thing that everyone was talking about, and like skins just transferring over for Overwatch 2, because everyone says it too. Like even Asmongold said it. It's like it's the same game.
It is the same game.
There's no real graphical update. There's no massive engine improvement.
There's no graphical update that they couldn't have done with a patch. Because they did like change how some things look, they say, and the lighting engine, they say, but end product wise, it looks like they could have patched in the improvements.
Right, and
the alleged improvements.
Yes.
Let me put it that way.
And that just can't happen in Smite because it's on Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah.
Super old. Nobody makes games on that anymore. And, it's always a joke in the Smite community that Smite is dying, but I've never felt... my queues are always the same length every time. And it's like under 2 minutes I'm in a match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So...
I think Smite's bigger problem is it's not very marketable to new people.
Yes, and that's the big thing everyone kept saying is kept the same player base.
I don't want to come back and try again from personal experience.
It's kept the same player base numbers. Like it peaked in COVID because COVID, everyone and their mothers bought a computer and bought the first free game that they saw. Smite, you know what I mean? Smite's a free game to play. But they look at just Steam charts and it's just a slow decline in players because you're naturally going to bleed off new, old people. They're just going to stop playing the game after a few years. But then you're not getting anyone new in, so the only way to get new people in, huge overhaul. There's bug fixes that they're doing, so I kind of understand it now better than I did earlier, where I was like, because I like Smite now. Like, I don't give a fuck about the graphics in Smite. I think they look decent enough.
I don't mind the look. I've always personally only minded the feel.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to change too much, though. It doesn't look
when I saw the tiny clips, at least it didn't look like it.
I'm sure the weight of abilities is going to feel better on certain things. It's a ground up reboot. So complete remake.
It's enough to probably get me to try again.
The only thing that I'm going to be super sad about is the fact that not all of the gods are going to be available immediately, and I'm going to be sitting here and be like, just give me my mains.
Yeah.
And I guess from what they were saying is like they're going to start patching in some of the more popular skins from Smite 1 in it.
Which is because of how long they've been out, it's just such a big old trove of shit to have to...
They said it would take 270-something man years to port all 1,300 skins from the first game into the second game.
While also having to put some of these heroes back in, too.
Yeah. So I was like, Jesus. I also have said on here numerous times that I feel like making a skin is not... I still don't see how. Again, I don't know how to code. I don't know how to make computer stuff. Apparently, it's more difficult than that. They say it takes up to 2 months to make a skin. And I'm just, that's like, I looked into it too. I was like, there's no way. Google, tell me the answers. I went through some Reddit threads of people coders and stuff talking about it. And that's basically the consensus. Not just for Smite, just broad in general skins for video game characters, let's say. Which...
The part where I have like a big... The claim I have a big question mark is when Overwatch said their legendary skins take them a year to make. That's when I have a little...
Unless they're being facetious. I think that's the right word to use here. In the sense that it's like, early concept of this skin started a year ago, where we had a board director, a meeting with...
That better be how
you know what I mean? Because there's no way they're actively working on it for a year. And I would assume they have a meeting. All right, we're going to choose a character. Character A is getting the new legendary skin. All right, what's the theme?
Concepting it out.
Concepting some themes and then some colors.
Because they do have changeable bits to them, but it's also there's new one every battle pass too. I'm just like, there's no way it's a year's worth of actual coding.
How much of a?
It's like every 3 months a battle pass, I think, maybe less.
But at the same time, Blizzard's huge too, so they could say a year, but by saying it took 3 months to make the skin, but it took
300 people.
5. Yeah, so 5 people, 3 months, 5 times 3, 18 months type deal. So they could be adding time up like that. But either way, what I think Smite should do, what I think would be a smart move, is because every patch that there's a Smite patch, there's 7 to 9 new skins that they add in it. Probably sometimes more than that. They'll have every battle pass, there's 4 skins in the battle pass. Then they add some random skins you can buy in a chest or some kind of other event that's happening. Odysseys come around and there's like 20 skins in the Odyssey.
Oh, those old school RuneScape skins went hard.
I like
one of the times I tried playing. I popped on there. It was all old school RuneScape. I was like, "You're not getting my money, Smite. I don't play you, but this,
the Cerberus
real
one,
close.
The Cerberus one's real dope.
All of them were dope.
Hearing
the RuneScape music when you log into the game was dope.
So that's a good point that people were bringing up too, is all of their licensed ones. So all of their avatar skins, which I love their avatar skins. Merlin as Aang, Pele is Azula. They have Iroh in it. Zuko, Toph just got put in it.
The Ruby Squad.
The Ruby Squad. They have the
RuneScape.
Transformers, RuneScape.
Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Yep. V Shojo's in there. I like one of the skins just because it's cool. I don't know anything about the VTuber or nothing. I don't even know the person's name. I was like, oh, this is a cool skin. The Scotty one. And then there's a bunch of other small other ones that I'm just not thinking of right now. Crossovers that people are thinking, because if those licenses expire, then they can't put any in it. So you would think they would want to still utilize them while they can.
Yeah.
So maybe
get those in
there fast. But what I was thinking, the best thing with each new patch that comes out for like their new skin dump for Smite 2, because of the 9 skins that Smite will do, 10, 15 skins, however many skins they put in the thing, 3 of them are good and the rest are ass. That's most of the time. That's how the skins go in Smite. Take out 4 of the ass skins and put in some legacy skins from the first game. Some of the more popular ones that people like. You don't need to put in a tier 5 every time, which those are another skins. So I'd say all the licensed skins need to come over.
Yeah.
For Smite's benefit, because now if Hi-Rez's benefit, because if those licenses expire, then in the future they can't make more skins and sell more skins of that thing. There's more avatar characters that they could put in the game in the future. But if they let the license expire by saying that they're not going to port those to Smite 2, they lose out on potential new skins that they could then sell of that. More Transformers. Ninja Turtles ain't much. They got everybody. They got Splinter, Shredder, and the 4 Turtles. I don't know who else.
Casey Jones.
They added there's that other turtle, the gray mutant turtle in the Ninja Turtles. He's
the
another
thing
bad
that
guy.
came up in my imagination was offensive, even.
I forget his name, but they put that in for Kazimbo, which is the actual turtle.
Just give me Casey Jones always. It's the only Ninja Turtles character I ever cared about.
Oh, that's another one. They have the Slipknot thing too. They put all the members of Slipknot in it. Yeah.
It's somehow cringe.
Yeah. Kind of in a cheap way too, in the sense that
I think I remember seeing those.
They chose 3 characters, and each one of the characters got 3 different skins.
Oh.
Yeah. I've used them with skin boosters. I like the fact that they're special emote. Just you go around playing Slipknot. Just a random Slipknot song just starts playing. I'm like,
well, the crossover shit almost got me to try Fortnite again. That and the no build mode, because fuck building.
I'll never play Fortnite. It's just not for me.
They kind of almost had me at being able to just do Hollow Purple. Yeah. That's one of the weapons.
And Kame waves and just...
I've seen someone go into Prison Realm. That almost got me.
Yeah. All the T5s need to come over, though. Because in my thing is, if you bought a $20 skin, then I get it. Yeah, it's whatever. You bought a skin that's never... Like, Asmongold brought up a good point, too. It's like, Smite could press a button tomorrow and say, you know what, we're done. Hi-Res could press a button tomorrow and be like, all right, we're done with Smite. We're closing servers tomorrow. And you lose all your skins, too.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's a glorified NFT, is what he's saying. You know, you're buying a license.
You buy the fucking, what's it called? Cosmetic. You're lighting your money on fire. It's not coming back.
Yes, it's going away permanently. But if they're transferring into a new game, a $20 skin, I get it. They have no obligation to do that. They really don't. I'm fine with that.
So look at Multiverses. They had 2 battle passes and then disappeared.
The only ones I care about, and I actually think I only have like 2 tier 5 skins anyway, but I'm dreading logging into Smite, because I'll play Smite too, but logging in and seeing how many legacy gems I get to really display to me how much money I've put into Smite.
It's going to be a harrowing moment.
If you buy to get a T5 skin, it's in the Odyssey event or some kind of other T5 event that they have in the year, and you have to buy, I don't think it's every item in the event, but you gotta buy like 80% or more of the event.
Just like Apex. Oh, be still my heart.
Yeah, because there's tiers that as you're buying stuff, you unlock an item, and they'll be like tier 3 or 4 skins leading up to the tier 5.
You get to actually choose what you buy, at least, as you're buying through the event, or are they event loot boxes?
Sometimes. Other times there's 3 options in a tier, and it randomly rolls between the 3 options. So it's like you might want 2 of them and not the other one, but get the one you don't like.
See where Apex got all of their lessons from.
But, so when you add up all of that money that you spent on an Odyssey or other type of event that they do for a T5 skin, you're probably looking at somewhere around like $100-$200, somewhere in that range, if you bought out an entire event. Because you don't think about it. They're smart too. An Odyssey lasts like 4 months.
Well,
so
that's nice of them, at least.
So they're like, oh, drop $20 here, drop $20 there, drop $20 here, and then by the end of it, you're like, I just spent $200 on this event for a skin that doesn't even work. My Bologna T5 skin is still bugged.
Brutal.
It's just had a bug since I've never seen anyone talk about it, but anytime I back in that skin, because every time you can equip backing animations on your character, so and they have sound effects and everything. No matter which backing animation I put on the Bologna T5, it's silence. It shuts off, but only for like other sounds still happen.
Still work.
It's just the backing animation sound is not there. It's whatever, but it's still a bug. it's on the skin. I'm pretty sure I have another T5 skin. I'm just not thinking. Oh, I have the Kukulkan one too, and I was actually disappointed because I didn't even use it. I used his Ice Dragon one. It's way cooler. It's like a T3 skin, and it's just better than the T5. But, I'm sure there are people out there that, like, that's the one skin that they paid all their money into. Like, they don't get anything else. They just build up gems and buy random shit. I think something like that should be transferable. T5s. And there's not that many of them. And I get it. T5s, that's a lot of work. That's the most work. But there's such a small number of them comparatively.
Then again, some of those Battle Pass skins are like complete redesigns too, to be fair.
Yeah, like
the old school RuneScape ones, that's a completely different model.
Yeah, completely. Well, almost every T5 is, except the Bologna one. The Bologna one isn't, but it's probably a fuckload of code in, because every time you use one of her abilities, depending on which one you use, it swaps her skin to a different one. So it's 3 skins in one. Completely different skins, I might add, too.
Nice.
So, there's a lot of work to T5s, and I think they should just be like, hey, you 2 people or 3 people, just, I don't know how many T5 skins are in Smite now. Before, I remember when I started playing, it was a handful of 6, 7 at most, maybe less than that. Now there's probably 20, 25 max, if you're really getting in it. That shouldn't take too long to, pour it over for people. I'm not expecting it immediately.
Yeah. Just
have someone work on it here and there. Be like, okay, here's your T5 skin. Here's the other T5 skin. Here's this one. I think that's reasonable. 1,300 skins, that's not reasonable. 50 of the most popular of the 1,300, I think that's doable. Over time, it doesn't need to be, especially because they have leeway in the fact that the game's, there's 150 gods out right now or something like that. Smite 2 starting with 50. So 100 of the characters won't even be in the game. So
start with focusing on the people that are there.
yeah, so you don't need to rush to get all this out, you know. And it's wild that they're dropping 5 new gods immediately when it releases. That's wild to me. But that's my Smite rebuttal. I figured I'd bring it up.
Absolutely.
And clarify some stuff, because I'm sure people are going to listen to the end of the last podcast at some point and think that I'm just ignorant as fuck. Because I kind of was. It was a very knee-jerk reaction. It happened 2 days before we recorded the last podcast or something like that. I had no time to see videos on it. It was all just me. And I was not mad at what everyone else is mad, because everyone else is just mad they're losing their skins. I was just like, but why though? But that's it. That's my Smite rebuttal. I even wrote it down right here and left it here so I wouldn't forget. Fucking Mobas.
I was gonna say, man, I wish I was playing League of Legends. Not Smite.
Why?
Just because the popular one.
I couldn't do it. Top down, man. Click to move.
That's the part that kills me. I just want WASD. Is it so hard to give me WASD movement, please?
First off, League of Legends is like the most toxic fan base in the universe, and you think those are the people you're going to change. Yes, but you think those are the people that the devs are going to fuck with and change the whole dichotomy of that game?
Give me the option, please.
The option would be nice, yeah, because they can't just get rid of it, especially because it's huge competitive scene. It'll destroy the competitive for that year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which sorry to go back to it, but there's no Smite competitive league this year because of Smite 2 is happening. So this is like, this past thing was the last Smite competitive league of Smite 1. So the things they've added in this season are just like, they just added so much random shit in it just because they're like, well, we don't have to balance it for competitive. Like, they put a new minion thing that you can like drag into lane, and when you kill it, it drops a puddle, and when you stand in it, you can buy items from the shop.
That's neat. I like that.
Anyway, yeah, so off that, but there's a lot of Mobas that are out there. I don't even know what Dota looks like.
Oh, man.
I
have tried playing Dota. I have.
Well, have you played Dota 2 or Dota 1?
Dota 2.
Okay.
I found it far too complicated for my infantile brain.
I'm going to look up Dota 1.
Oh my god, Dota 1's hard to look at. Well, Dota 1 was a mod of Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft, regular Warcraft. Probably Warcraft 3.
Was Dota made by Blizzard?
No. Someone modded it, and then Blizzard tried to sue them to get rights over it, and they lost in court.
Dota lost or Blizzard lost?
Blizzard lost.
Nice. So
I
then
think if I have to remember right, I think Dota is Valve?
No, isn't isn't Path of Exile Valve?
No. It's Grinding Gear.
Valve is a huge studio.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was like,
Well, let's just, instead of in images, go to all here and see if it just says it right here.
It is Valve.
Oh, you got to wait.
Oh, that's hilarious. they got away with highway robbery. Not really. Like, yeah.
Is that
Valve is the Steam people.
As in they made Steam?
Yes, and own Steam.
They own Steam?
Yes.
Oh, so they're a mega corporation then.
Oh yeah, they also Half-Life 2, Portal. That's Half-Life 2 and Portal. They made Artifact, but that didn't turn out well for them.
Damn, did they counter so Blizzard or something and they just take off? Well, no, because I mean this Valve is from '96. Blizzard wasn't around in '96, was it? I don't think Blizzard. I don't think Blizzard's that old, is it?
Yeah, they made that stupid Viking game. Pretty old.
As in Blizzard?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
91.
No, it's not good. Oh, is this there? Yeah. Oh, wow. They're old. Would you look it up? But I could never play League or Dota. The top-down click-to-move thing just kills me, man.
League... I think Shammy put it best. League looked at Dota and said, what if we took this but made it into a game? And then Overwatch came in, looked at League and said, now what if we take that and make it fun?
Well... I would... See, I'm trying to rebuke that, but I'm like... Because, like, inherently MOBAs aren't fun. They're stressful.
Especially with, like, League 2, it's just so much management. I think of the times when you go to back and you click on where the map you want your guy to go, and they walk all the way there off that one click, you're just like... Do I need to adjust? Is there a team fight? No. I'm just walking back to lane. I'm almost there. No.
Yeah, that's how Baldur's Gate 3 is like click to move like that on PC too. My wife hates it, but
to be honest,
she loves the game too much not to do it.
Sometimes I wonder if it'd be better, because sometimes I switch to the click to move on the controller.
That's an option on the controller?
Yeah, I think you hit one of the joysticks, it brings up the cursor, and you can just like go along the path and click where you want them to go.
Oh. Never.
I do it sometimes. It just feels faster.
But because what I'm saying is because what you just said, I know nothing about Dota. So obviously Dota was first before League.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I thought League was like the premier.
No, League
MOBA.
is the one that was like, this is still kind of janky. What if we made this a little bit more streamlined and like playable?
But
the Blizzard thing usually, actually.
See, because what I was trying to do here in my mind was, because you were saying that Overwatch took what League was doing to make it fun. I would say League is more like, because all Overwatches that I've ever seen, or my limited experience in playing it, is just an arena shoot 'em up.
Yeah, it's like that, but like with objectives. It's Team Fortress. Team Fortress is the one that really did the Overwatch innovation of taking an arena shooter and being like, hey, what if we put roles into this? Like MMO roles into...
Because when
shooters.
Again, I wasn't very big, and I mean, every Overwatch match I ever played was with you.
Yeah.
And it's not many. But I don't really feel the roles. Like, okay, when you see one of the tankier characters, okay, it takes longer to kill them.
Well, this is a man who hasn't had to play a healer yet.
You haven't played a healer?
No, I'm saying you haven't had to play a healer yet.
True.
You sing a very different tune when like half your kit is just healing other people. Or if you're Mercy, you're literally just standing there with the heal beam, switching it to a damage amp beam back and forth.
Yeah, see, that's not fun. No, healing is generally not fun.
At least all the other ones they can fight at the same time. Mercy, you have to switch off of your healing to shoot a tiny little pistol, then switch back to healing someone.
Yeah. Well, she does some damage with the pistol.
Yeah.
Something.
I can see the rules there, but I can also see what you're saying, because it's still basically you're just in a team shooter.
Yeah. Because obviously in a MOBA, the roles are much more defined.
Yeah.
And much more, well... Supposedly, unless you're playing Predecessor with me, and you get fucking bullshit.
I was actually going to say,
people choosing bullshit roles.
It almost kind of feels like Predecessor, right? There's this baseline, but the roles kind of put you in a different specialization. Because Reinhardt still feels like a different role than like Hanzo.
Hanzo's the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Reinhardt's big ol'
hammer. With the shield, right?
Yeah.
And he moves with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they... Because, the more I play, or like the more I've played or looked at games since Paragon closed back in the day, and like the more I see it now with Predecessor, I'm like, wow, these guys just stole everything from every other game.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like... Which is fair, because, I mean...
They all do.
Everyone does it.
All of them.
Because it's like, that's first off.
I'm sure if I went back to Dota and started reading their kits, I'd start seeing them in every other game.
Because first off, everyone hides that they try to do it except Blizzard. Blizzard is like upfront with it because that's what like that's how World of Warcraft was so popular because it's like, well, that's not
how. They did the
how.
Dota to League of Legends thing. They looked at EverQuest and were like, hey, what if we made this but a video game?
Yeah, and then as they were going, they saw all of the people trying to compete with them and be like, let's try, the next WoW crew, which never happened because every new game that came out, WoW looked at it like, oh, that's a cool idea. I'm putting it in the next
Empires, you say.
I'm putting it in the next expansion or the next patch. I'm taking your idea and putting it in my game, and everyone will just play my game instead. So it's, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone should just do that. Look at, so especially in the MOBA scene, especially
Blizzard tried doing that too.
they tried doing a MOBA.
Yeah, they did Heroes of the Storm. They also tried to simplify it.
And it just didn't work, right?
I think I played one match. I don't remember though. Yeah, but they shuttered the development of it.
Because I'm sure that League and Dota steal off of each other all the time.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, it's just my assumption. I have no basis on this opinion whatsoever.
I don't even know if Dota 2 is still continuously getting content, to be honest. I bet it is. I mean, it still has an esports scene, I'm pretty sure.
Still getting updates.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
2023 patch out now.
Yeah, the 14th of December.
Yeah.
All right, but so the thing with Dota and League are their own things because they're similar to each other with the top-down click-to-move thing. Smite is its own thing. One, because it's huge on consoles, and these two games...
Though I'm still sure there's some kit overlap in there, too.
Yeah, no, what I mean in the sense that, like, Smite existed in its own
for like a
plane of existence.
Marketability thing. They're different target audiences here.
Yeah, because the third person... WASD movement.
Yeah, the people that won't do the click to move.
Or the top down part.
Yeah. I love top down games. I don't even know that part anymore.
So that's why I say all of these Paragon successors that come out and this other one that I know about that's kind of far behind because it's not a it's a game that came out of the void of Paragon. So when Paragon shut down, Ethereal opened up, and they're like, well, we're going to do a high-end, high-quality third-person MOBA to try and fill the hole that Paragon left.
Yeah.
But they're not using Paragon assets. They built in their own game. So therefore, it's way slower progress and small studio. They have some cool designs. I don't really know much of it. I think they've had some like early alpha tests that come out. I have them in their Discord, but I don't really go into it much. It could, for all I know, it could have shut down a year ago. And they're like, yeah, we're not making this anymore. It's been that long since I've been in their Discord.
For Overprime.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe Netmarble might fucking just decide that they're done. But based on what I've seen, well, no. Yeah, because I just went in the Discord for Ethereal, Clash of Heroes, I think, Clash of Souls or something. I can't see the rest of the title. But they had an announcement on the new year. 1/1/2024. The final developer update of 2023.
Nice.
So they're still in some kind of progress. But anyway, all of those people that are making a third person MOBA, which with plans to put it on the consoles, because that's the largest sphere of gamers, it's bigger than it is on Steam. Need to look at Smite because Smite's gonna be your biggest competitor. Yeah. Smite's the highest played MOBA on consoles. You know what I mean? Yeah. And basically the only third person MOBA that's, I wouldn't say vastly popular, but is
the only one that's on the market. Really.
Very paid. There isn't one. There's mobile ones, but like those are mobile games.
They're not third person either.
Yeah.
They're top down also. They're aping League of Legends still.
Yes. So they all need to try and look at what Smite's doing and see what does Smite do that works.
They'll also not just do that constantly.
No, obviously you need to have your own ideas. But I think it's a good idea to look at a company like League of Legends and Dota and Smite and be like, these games have been played for 10, 15, 20 years. Dota 2 came out forever ago. League of Legends been out. Smite's just had their 11th year, 13 years counting alpha release and stuff like that. So if they've been around that long, you should look at them and say, what are they doing? Obviously, you want to be innovative. You want to be new because that's
I do think they're already marketable separate to Smite because of just the game feel. Like it feels
it's completely different.
The fluidity of a third-person shooter.
Well, that's one thing that, I almost have problems, especially with certain characters. I have issues with the fact that your auto hits instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no travel time on an auto. It kind of is, but it's negligible. You know what I mean?
It's tiny.
It's tiny. On Smite, you can see the auto coming. Like you feel like you could almost dodge the auto attack.
Though, I kind of like that difference.
Well, for you, you're definitely gonna like it more because you've played a lot more first-person shooters than I do, and I don't like
third-person shooters.
I don't like first-person shooters. I don't like games with guns. Not that I don't like guns. It's just
I like my games with guns. So
I like my high fantasy.
So that's why I like Smite. To me, feels like moving through soup. Not even soup, like chili, something thicker.
I'm biased because I've been playing it since Paragon shut down, but I'm just used to it, so I can't even have a stake in that game. And I'm sure Smite 2 will feel better for you.
That's why I'm still going to give Smite 2 another try, even. Because even any improvement on that game feel is going to feel extraordinary to me. You know what I mean?
Definitely going to be because they, like I said, building it from the ground up. So any limitations that Smite 1 had, Smite 2's not going to have.
Yeah.
I'm sure Smite 2 will have its own limitations, but they won't have the same ones that Smite 1
I'm curious how that game feels going to feel.
Well, it's sooner than it is. Alpha testing is releasing in April.
I'm sad you brought up PoE 2 because I'm still wondering when that's ever going to come to console. So I doubt it's going to come to console at the same time as PC.
Path of Exile 2 isn't out yet?
No. Its first alpha is supposed to be this summer.
So just Path of Exile is the one that everyone talks about. Because I was watching a video and they're like, because I know a little bit of Path of Exile because it's better Diablo is what everyone always says.
Yeah.
So
it's the spectrum where Diablo... It's the Dota 2 to Diablo. Where it wasn't out before Diablo, but it is the far more complicated and harder to get version of Diablo.
But then also just better.
More rewarding to people that will get it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which there's so much I could praise out Path of Exile, but so leave that to the side. I still haven't even been in the campaign ever.
I don't know if I'll play it.
It is the worst menu controls I've ever played in a video game for console. The worst. Bar none.
Brutal. Savagery.
It's brutal to get around. But I do still think it's a good game. It's just very clearly made for PC. And I'm hoping that Path of Exile 2 could be more console friendly with its console version, if it even gets one.
Maybe. I mean, people like to shit on consoles because they're like, oh, PC best race, but consoles is way more people have consoles than computers. It's not even close.
Well, computers have skyrocketed how much it costs to get like a nice one that can run like cutting edge games.
That's always my funniest thing because always everyone's like, oh, PC master race, this, that, and the other. I'm like, especially in the current gen for me, it's like even PS4, right? Because going on, I play with PC players in the games I play because I play 14. Well, I did. I still play it, but
Yeah.
I'm super uber casual now because my raid group doesn't raid anymore. But when I did raid, my raid members were all PC except me and the ninja that raided with me. We were both on PS4 and both got PS5 around the same time too.
Nice.
We both had the exact same PS4 since the day we bought the PS4 when the PS4 came out. I had the PS4 through the entirety of the life cycle. I bought a new hard drive or new hard drive. The data one, the one that saves all the stuff.
Yes,
that's the hard drive.
I think that one.
I bought a new hard drive for it only because I didn't want to delete all the stuff on the other one to make space. I needed more space. So now I have the two. That was the only purchase I ever made for my system ever. And I think it was $75. Maybe a little less, maybe a little bit more. I forget how much it was. Somewhere in the mid-range. That was the only thing. And then you buy controllers here and there. So I bought... Actually, no. I think PS4 wasn't bad. I bought... Through the whole life cycle, I have all my controllers. I have 4 controllers total that I've purchased throughout the whole thing. And controllers are like, you can buy knockoff ones, or you can buy, it's like somewhere between $40 to $50 a piece.
For PS4,
Yeah. PS5 is ridiculous, and I've already had to buy one because I might have to buy another one. Fucking PS5, man, the left trigger, I get console trigger drift.
Brutal.
So it's not so noticeable in certain games, but then there's other games that, like, surprisingly, the Mobas, I don't notice it in. But 14, really notice it in super hard. And the Moria, Mines of Moria dwarf game, also super notice it in. And if there's a cursor, like 14 has cursors when you go to log in, as soon as I log in, the cursor just moves across the screen. Starts moving. But anyway, so 1 hard drive and 2 controllers because the PS4 comes with a controller. I bought a second controller for it because to have 2 controllers. And then I replaced each controller once. So, and I still have them all there because my first ones I put stickers on them. Yeah. And they're dope ass stickers. And like, I just want to keep this even for just a display piece type deal. But I could not tell you how often all of the rest of those PC players were always complaining that they had to replace this on their computer. This is broken. Their graphics card, their fucking...
those are big old pricey purchases, too.
Buying new keyboards, buying new mouses, buying new headsets, buying this, buying that, new programs to put in. And they almost all had issues with their PCs all of the times, too. It's like, I'm having fucking... like. This update fucked with my computer specs, so it's like, PC Master Race that all you have is issues with your car. It's like, I'm gonna say a fucking comparison you're gonna know nothing about. It's like Ford saying that they're the best car, but they're the ones that break down the most.
You nailed it. Mm-hmm.
Ford, found on road dead. So I just always found that funny. It's like, I think PC stems from back in the day, or if you get a top of the line PC versus a top of the line console, your specs are going to be better. Look at the size of your computer compared to the size of my console.
More available games.
And then, some games though, some of the AAAs, if they're exclusives, PC doesn't get them.
Yeah, but there's way more PC exclusive games than console exclusive games.
Yeah.
Like
More.
A really depressing degree.
I've never felt left out, though, on games.
Mostly because, again, like top-down MOBAs, those don't come to console. RTS games, those don't come to console.
Yeah.
Which, for RTS games, they shouldn't come to console. No RTS game in the history of man has ever controlled well on console.
And
it's the Path of Exile problem. There's no right way to make this control scheme work.
So my thing was, you
don't
spend
have to do any maintenance on your console.
$3,000 to $5,000 on a computer. Sometimes more than that if you really want to go crazy with all your shit, and then all your add-ons you can get, like you buy, $100 mouse pad.
RAM. I can upgrade the quality of my RAM.
So computers can get super expensive, and that the specs. So if Sony wanted to, they could put out a PS5 that could compete with the highest end fucking computer, but no one would buy it because it's going to be the same price as the highest end computer, and at that point, just buy a fucking computer. You know what I mean? Because affordability has to also be a factor in when making a console for Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo. Well, Nintendo's not even in this fucking conversation. Yeah. Nintendo's not a specs based.
Doesn't need to move anywhere to anyone's whims.
Yeah, Nintendo does Nintendo things.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, fuck off.
And it fucking works. People love Mario Wonder.
Yes, which is why they laughed Phil Spencer out of the room when he approached them.
Silly man thinking that would work.
So that was always my rebuttal to that. The only thing that you can say is because a mouse and keyboard, no matter how much I dislike to say it, will always offer a better control scheme in skill-based games.
Well, and menus. I think again a Path of Exile, because the problem is on PC you can just go click the item I want to modify with that item, drag that over to my item box. In console it's like highlight it, okay, it's X to apply it to an item, circle to move it to my box, or square to pick this and then pick something else.
I think that's more of a flaw in design on the dev side of things, because there's some menus that work where
but compared to clicking and then clicking where you want it to go, it's still going to be better than any controller's control scheme.
Well, it depends if you have to click and drag things, because I see it, for example, 14 and Smite, for example, two big ones for my reference, because I see people use the computer version. All of the content creators for Smite are PC, and all of the content creators for basically any game are PC.
Not gonna lie, I think every single MOBA item shop would be better with mouse and keyboard.
Well, the only thing that I think Smite's, mostly because I'm used to it, I can load into a map and click on all of my items. I can be out of base in under 5 seconds in Smite. You can't do that with the mouse because you have to move the mouse. I just click in arrows, I can just gone. Same in 14, because if I have to turn in an item, I just press X 4 times.
Yeah, that part I do like.
My wife, I look over her, it takes her forever, because then she has to click 6 different times and has to move her mouse back and forth between her inventory and the thing, has to click over. So it's like sometimes but the thing is, with the way it's structured in Smite, I'm used to it. It's pretty bad system. Sometimes looking for a certain item can fucking suck.
It's a nightmare for me.
But for computer, they have a search bar. So they touch the first 4 letters of an item, whether it's, and even if it has the same 4 letters as something else, only 3 items show up, and they just click their item and they're at base. But I use the back-in time, so that 5 seconds for back-in. By the time I back, I have the item queued up, purchase it, and I walk out of base. It's repetitive of time. It could be better, but it's negligible to me. A keyboard and mouse for menus versus a controller for menus, as long as the controller scheme is set up in a reasonable way.
It's hard for Path of Exile because there's just so much you can do. And
I've seen Path of Exile stuff. It would never work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Item management is a big part of the game. They have that whole Diablo 2-esque tile grid you have to Tetris your items into to fit everything.
But Diablo's menus aren't bad for PS4.
No, they're actually really not that bad. I still think clicking would be better though.
Yeah, probably.
The muscle memory's there, but I still think give me a day on the mouse and keyboard and the menus will sing.
But my thing is, I've been playing controller since the dawn of time. So my fingers
I can't do it. I lose myself on the
I'll
keyboards.
lose WSD. I lose it. I'll start pressing E or Q instead, and it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's like anything else. Hand my wife a controller, and she can't do it either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's been using a mouse and keyboard her whole life. So I find it hilarious every time I see her with the controller, and she just cannot do it.
That's the thing. I tried.
She's gotten better over the years, but when I first handed, oh my god, it was hilarious.
When I did Path of Exile, I tried it first on console, where it was click to move with a cursor that you move with your joystick.
Horrible.
I tried it on PC, and I mean, obviously, click to move's a lot easier on that, but I still dropped it. And I tried on console again when it just had joystick movement. I'm like, I can finally play this video game. So I feel you.
Yeah.
I suffered through those horrible menu controls because it felt playable finally.
And it's just like, the PlayStation controller just fits so nice in my hand.
The PS5 controller is so good. It's so
Just
good. Every time I go back to PS4, it feels so tiny and skinny.
What about those right there? PS2.
I know. Those feel closer to a PS4 controller than PS5 feels to a PS4 controller.
PS3 and PS2 are basically the same fucking controller. Yeah. That's actually one. The PS3 had the most durable controller, I would say.
I haven't really tested my PS5 controllers.
I shouldn't say durability.
Like $80 to $100. So.
Reliable.
Yeah.
Because through the entire life of my PS3 cycle, I had the same controller. I still have my same PS3 controller. I never bought a second.
I went through like 3 PS3s, but I don't know. It's like, I don't remember if my controllers held up or not.
Any wired one, PS2, you go through a billion of those all the time because the wires would break. PS4, like I said, I went through 4, technically 2 if you want to really count it. And I had to buy a new PS5 controller within the first 3 months of owning the PS5 because that's how bad that stick drift was on that left analog. And
I haven't had to buy one yet.
It's starting on the new one. So I've taken them both apart all the way down as far as you can go. I've watched a guide.
To the atomic level, goddammit. Then rearrange
to some parts where I broke a piece on the PS. I was so mad I broke it. I had to take thankfully I saved the other one because they say that dust buildup in there. But I took all the analog to get the analog off, like the underside of the analog. You have to take multiple components off. Like you would be surprised on how many layers there are to that PS5 controller. And then they said to like clean it off or something, and I tried it. It did nothing. But in the process of it, I broke a little. I don't even know how I would describe it. There's like a little, looks almost like a little piece of tape, but it's like a circuit board that connects 2 clips. And when I pulled on it to unplug it, the plug stayed, and the little plastic tape thing pulled out, and it did not go back in.
Now you're scaring me because I do store my controllers in a fairly dusty area. I charge them behind our TV.
Yeah. I leave it right there in front. But I just took the other controller apart, took the piece I needed out of that, and it was fine. But it didn't work. So I'm like, if the drift gets worse or it's in a game,
that won't allow for that kind of drift.
Yeah. Maybe it is drifting in Predecessor, and I just don't notice because I do find
you're always micro adjusting in Predecessor too. Like I'm always moving my camera around and shit.
Because I find it hard to play carry for me. I feel like I miss more autos than I should.
Same. Totally my controller, bro. It's totally my controller.
On ranged, though.
Yep, totally my controller.
Because I don't I've missed on melee, and it's always like, how the fuck did that even just happen? He's standing in front of you, and you just missed. So just go die right now. Just let him kill you. Give him the free kill.
Turn your back and stand there.
It's just, I don't know, sometimes it's just like, it's I think it might be my sensitivity because I have high sensitivity so I can turn quickly.
Yeah.
Because
See, I haven't fucked with it yet. I'll just take getting ganked and dying to make sure I can actually aim my shit. And I still can't aim my shit.
Because, like, overcorrecting with aiming on a melee character is fine because it's kind of like a horizontal.
The thrust is swinging that way.
It's a swing, so it's kind of hard to miss the auto. You're not the only way you're gonna miss a melee auto is if you're not close enough to him, type deal. You know what I mean? So if they move to the left real quick, and then you move your camera that way, and you move like a little past them, your attack might still hit, but it's a ranged auto attack. If you move the cursor too far off of them, you're gonna miss. And I've done that a few times, and it's just, I don't know. And I don't want to mess with my fucking sensitivity every time. But everyone always recommends higher sensitivity for that stuff.
Spin on a dime.
Well, yeah, because you don't
I find micro adjustments so much harder with high sensitivity.
I've noticed it so many times when I'm jungler, though. If I gank someone, and I'm like,
and they can,
yeah, either they spin around immediately or they take 6 years, and I hit them with.
You can see the consular PC in this man.
Yes, and I can see that they were facing forward in lane. They knew I was there because they instantly started turning to me. But then I jumped on them, hit them with 6 autos and another ability before they fully made a 180 turn to start running down lane.
That's a console play.
Yeah, a console player with low-ass sensitivity. Because you bitch your ass, that ain't me.
Yeah, I didn't touch my sensitivity, so I just kind of
suffered. Well, I couldn't find it at first. I was adjusting a different sensitivity, and I put it all the way to max, and I don't even know what that one was.
Maybe it was y-axis sensitivity, so you're like, whoosh.
Because I was like, why isn't this like...
For those Kalari double jumps, you lock right on.
I don't even look up for them.
I don't bother. They're going to stealth anyways, so why the fuck?
Even if they do, because the stealth will show the ring, so I just stay under them.
Yeah.
I can see the angle that they went in the state, so I just run in that direction, and then it shows on the ground the purple circle where they are, as long as you're inside it. So you don't need to look up at them. Kalari has some bursts, though.
Yeah.
Those fucking daggers, and it seems that every time she comes out of that jungle, or anytime I go to fight a Kalari, they always have all 3 daggers.
Yeah. And then you can put the death mark on the dagger. And
same with the Twin Blast. He always has all 3 grenades.
Let's talk about some manga.
I was just about to say that.
I know, I want to beat you to
it. Now that we have talked for almost an hour now of MOBAs, computer games, and just games in general, let's get to some weeklies.
So let's get to the top of everyone's mind. That new Shadow Eliminators chapter.
I did catch up to Shadow Eliminators.
Damn it, I didn't read the new one. I started reading it, and I literally thought to myself, I'm dropping this.
You know what is the hilarious part? The newest chapter was the only chapter I cared about.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I read up to like here when the girl touched him, and I started going like this. I started going, I don't want to read this.
That's like me with Shojo now.
To be honest, I felt that way about this Shojo now. Why the fuck am I reading this, man?
Excuse me. Oh wow, is B series is fucking weekly, huh?
Is it really?
3 days to the next chapter, January 4th, 11th, and now 3 days from now. Oh wait, no.
Well, I think it skipped a week, but
it did
the first
skip a week.
2 were back to back.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, Shojo Null, super mid. Nothing much to say. The super passionate Hunter squad sucks.
Yes.
The fact that the dude was just like, hey everybody, keep my secret that they are all sentient, and I fucking knew. Yes.
As they figured out both of their identities now, and they have to go to
Limbo.
Limbo seems like it's kind of just thrown out of nowhere too. So.
Like he's sitting there being like, man, they really can't go home, can they? I kind of set this up where they can't go home.
It was okay. I don't know. It's just a Shojo.
I still like the new dudes they brought in at all.
The Hound
Passion
Squad.
Yeah.
I don't really.
Passion and smiles.
It's like everything Shojo No just seems like how deranged and crazy can I introduce?
It's too over the top.
Yeah.
It makes it, and there's like relatable parts that were there, and they're just all washed under how over the top and dumb it gets. Even down to this last page of this fucking chick be like, "Arr."
Yeah, and it's just like, look at all.
Extra.
It's like,
and then the ugly bastards around her.
it's like, bitch, look in the mirror. This is a manga.
This dude mod himself to be like a reptile face man.
I would assume so. But it's like, bitch, you're in a shonen manga, and you look like that, and you think you're winning this fight?
Yeah, you're wearing all that plain ass fit.
It's like, come on, I'm obviously the main character over here. Look at me. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that was boring.
Did you read? Because before I get home, so did you read Spy Family?
Of course.
So, Spy Family, I think it's just. I mean, they've been like, because you know how we always say that Yuki Nobutatsu uses Don to just write whatever the fuck he feels like writing and putting it in there. Spy Family has been doing that for a while now too, but this time he's just like, you know what? I want to make murder mystery at a fucking ski resort, so I'm just gonna fucking do it.
My partner, who was in the same room playing Horizon at the time, I think, I just said out loud, I was like, "This shit's a murder mystery." Right when the nameplates came up for all the people, I'm like, "This is like 6 characters you just gave me the name and job for. This shit's gonna turn into a murder mystery." The
page before it happened, I was like, "How is this gonna work?" Lloyd is grilling everyone in this room. Anya's gonna know instantly who the murderer is. Flip the page, and she's like, "It's that guy." And I was like, "Oh, it's that guy."
At first, I was like, "Oh, cool. There's gonna be another multi-arc story." And then the moment Anya's mind read, I was like, "Oh yeah." It's not. And also when Lloyd's just like, "Oh, I'll fix the phone line."
Oh, I'll bandage you up. I was hoping it would be like a 2, maybe even a 3 chapter thing, but then at the end they kind of be like, and then this happened, and then Lloyd did this by doing this.
The end too, they just literally just like swept it up.
Yeah, it swept it under the rug. It's like, all right, yeah, I just wanted to do this for a chapter.
No chance of getting another one of this.
fucking Yor being like, I swear I didn't do it. I only kill for work. It was a good chapter.
It was a good chapter.
I had a lot of fun reading it.
And all the skiing stuff too was cute.
Yeah, fucking Yor just flying all over the place and doing some acrobatics. She's like, no, I mean, I used to do ballet when I was younger. It was like, relax, Yor.
We should just started season 2.
I haven't started it yet.
We just got to the cruise.
Nice. I need to binge. I'll just binge all of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I did find a new show I was watching. It's totally sidetracked.
Baki.
No. It's a show on Amazon Prime. I've seen, it's called Good Omens.
Oh, yes.
One of the doctors from Doctor Who plays in it.
David Tennant.
Yes. And I know the other guy, but I just can't place him. It's in my mind. I haven't been able to. But so I've been watching. It's been showing up on my YouTube shorts. On YouTube, and I was like, you know what? It was Saturday night. So I'll watch the first episode, the hour-long episodes. I started watching it at 10:30 at night. I didn't go to bed until 3:30, only because I was like, I need to go to bed. At this point, I wanted to stay up. Even when I went upstairs to go to bed, and I got in bed and laid down, and I just stared at the ceiling. I was like, I could be watching more right now. Should I go? I almost went back downstairs to watch more because I was rolling around. I couldn't fall asleep, but I ended up falling asleep. But I watched first 5 episodes that night,
nice.
And then the next day I finished season 1, and I've seen the first episode of season 2.
Nice.
Yeah. There's only 6 episodes in season 2. I think season 1 was also short too, but I was like, damn, I'm going to catch up.
I still love David Tennant just from when he was Kilgrave.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's just this. It's the show is so funny, and like the interactions between him and the other angel are just like hilarious. He's a demon, the angel. But
Yeah.
it's just it popped in my head because you said you started season 2 of.
We actually been
Spy
watching a
Family.
lot of TV. We finished Golden Kamuy season 4,
Nice.
which was fire.
Yes.
Absolute fire. I also love that.
Ejaculation battle.
Yeah, I shared that with you. I was like, there's a moment that I'm just like, yes, of course. One of the guys as a kid, he even goes, "Whoa, his dick is huge."
What the fuck? You finished Baki too, right?
Yes, we finished Baki, and we started Batman Beyond. We finished season 1.
As in the old school
Yeah.
Batman Beyond?
As in Batman
Nice.
Beyond. Because we
It's a
watched
good
the whole
series.
Batman animated series together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
Batman animated season series is peak animated cartoons.
It is. It's so good.
So good. That man's voice is God.
And Batman Beyond's good.
It's good.
It's not as good, but it's good.
It's good. Yes. I enjoy it.
We tried watching Static Shock, but like the quality of their recording of it is just terrible.
Oh,
The audio, like,
dips. Oh,
yeah,
it's sad.
it was really rough.
Sadness. I love Static Shock too.
Yeah, I was ready to sit there and watch it, but
It's good. It's not to the same level because like you'll get. I mean, obviously, so you'll get more. How do I say it? Like adult themes, complex story arcs in Batman animated series than you will in Static Shock. I mean, you get some of it there.
It's high school. It's half high school.
It's much more of a younger, which is and it's weird to say that. I know it's so hard to say that Static Shock is for a younger audience than Batman, but it's like the Batman the animated series is darker, has more.
Even Batman Beyond, he's literally only fighting like corporate maniacal like capitalism.
Yeah.
Constantly. The corporate espionage chick, the person that takes over Wayne Powers. Literally, it's just constant fighting rich people.
Nice. But, no, so yeah, you guys are...
Beastin'.
Is there anything else you guys have on your queue that you're waiting for?
I mean, we still need to finish Zom 100.
Oh, yeah, you're saying that.
And we'll definitely finish Spy X Family before we watch anything else.
Nice. Well, if you run out of anything to do, watch for your end. At least the first episode. Again, I don't know how you'd feel about it. It's very different.
Pretty sure I'll like it.
But different is good. It's still the thing I watch. I'm most excited to watch each week.
I don't even watch TV on my own.
I do.
Ever.
But yeah, we also have, not to get too sidetracked with things we're watching.
Going.
We also have a Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen. It was so souped.
About?
Utah.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that part.
The best part?
Again, though, another bullshit with the fucking sword.
Oh, we knew it was coming, though.
All I lost was Supreme Martial Solution. What the fuck is that?
That's the weapon he had. You can thank John Wary for that one. People were asking for his head this week over that one. Because it has a name, just like a one-word name, but instead he translated the Japanese name of it. So the sentence makes no fucking sense.
So Supreme Martial Solution is not the name of the weapon?
No, it's what the name of the weapons I think translates to. I think. Or it was like a sub-name of it. Like it's this thing, the Supreme Martial Solution.
So whatever's in his hand right here, that's Ash?
The weapon that Higuruma took. It's just gone.
Yeah, but I thought that his domain expansion got rid of that weapon.
Yeah, but assumably it would come back to him at some point. Like even Yuji confiscated it for a time. That's what he was referring to, though.
Yeah, because he got stabbed, or it looked like he was going to get stabbed by the Death Blade, Executioner's Blade at the end of the last chapter. But this chapter, it looks like Yuji misses. Does he hit him? It's kind of hard. Or does the sword disappear? It's just like I don't really understand what's happening.
I think it burned away. I think it burned away right in that first picture.
Yeah, because it looks like Yuji goes to stab him, but then he's surprised and looking at his hand. And then I honestly don't know if that's if this hand here is Yuji's or
I know,
Sukuna's.
it looks demonic.
Yeah, but
He
so
has
does
that gauntlet thing on.
Yeah, and he has the same. Look at his hand in the image above it. See the straps right there on his wrist. So
that's Yuji's hand.
Oh yeah, because Sukuna's are black. See in the next panel, his wristbands are black. So yeah, it is Yuji's hand.
So yeah, that's supposed to be the weapon he had.
I'm so sick of all of these hacks abilities getting their hacks abilities directed elsewhere and not at Sukuna himself, just to continue the story. It's like, ugh. And then we got Ui and Hakure's girl, whose name I always forget, Kirara, show up to save.
It's a nice touch.
To take Higuruma's body.
And they apparently took Sukuna's. I mean, not Sukuna's, Gojo's too.
Yes. And then Sukuna just sits here.
Literally thinking.
And has like an internal monologue about how he's irritated with Yuji right now.
And how he hates ideals.
What's with Gege and drawing this image, by the way?
Yeah, loving the whole light above me.
And looking up, it's like Gojo's honored one moment.
Look, literally the hollow purple moment that he just had.
Yeah. It's just like, what's up with that?
Then my boy comes in.
Well, Kusakabe first.
No, Kusakabe's just whining.
And this, I didn't get this part that Sukuna adds a new rule out of nowhere, just shows up.
I actually think it was like Kenjaku's last will.
So Kenjaku,
or remember when Kenjaku said like, "You'll keep your promise to me"? I think that was it. Like Sukuna's like, "Oh well,
I guess this is my promise."
This is it.
Yeah. It does suck though that Kenjaku really did just.
I'm so happy.
Yes,
it makes me so happy because that's permanently on Yuta's report card now. My boy's like 7 wins, 0 losses. I love it.
And he one-tapped Kenjaku.
Literally. Love it. Hopefully Rika ate his body.
To get one of a billion, whatever he has.
Hopefully all of them.
But it's like I wanted to see
an actual fight.
I wanted to see more from Kenjaku. I wanted to see what his domain expansion would be. Would it be gravity? Would it be something with Curse
We've
Womb?
seen it with gravity.
Yeah, but it's like because we saw him activate the domain, but didn't really see like it was ambiguous though, like intentionally left ambiguous. It's like
literally had to defend against it with simple domain, and it was getting stripped away.
Was it? Yeah, but it's like, is that his domain expansion though? Because he says he got his gravity powers from.
Yeah, we still did get a full confirmation of what his
mother.
Original curse technique was,
and we don't even know if that's Curse Womb Profusion or not, because I feel like part of that has to do with the soul manipulation he got from Mahito.
Well, I think it's kind of like how Sukuna described he imbued his domain with the cleave technique. I think you you choose a technique when you open it, so he's just like, this time I'm doing it, but with gravity. But maybe. I don't have my degree in Jujutsuology. And I don't want it.
True. Yuta spared no time. They just fucking went at it.
Right the fuck in. That fucking spread of him with Rika is so good.
Rika looks so jacked. She also, why does she look different like all the time?
Yeah, I know, right? She's fucking huge, though. I think this one's because she's not like, he didn't put the ring on yet. Like, this is just like a partial manifestation.
Also, why is Sukuna calling her like the queen is here as if he like knows about her? The only thing he should know about Rika is things Kenjaku has told him about.
Or things Yuji was told.
True, but like...
Because he knows a lot from another one, Shoko. He never saw Shoko, ever, except while inside Yuji's body.
Yeah. Well, because you gotta think anytime Yuji was walking around, Sukuna's just there listening.
Yeah. Because that's what hit me at first, too. I was like, wait, Jaku's never, ever, ever seen Shoko before. I was like, oh, wait, technically.
So it's like, I don't. So even then, Yuji's never.
He did see Rika.
You're right. He did
Yep.
right after Shibuya.
Yep. We got the head. It just came to my head too.
Yep. For the briefest of moments.
Plus anything that he might have been told off screen about the ghetto fight.
True. And then I'm sure that
Though then
Kenjaku
again,
knows about Rika too himself.
Again, I don't know if they talk off screen. No one told Gojo that Sukuna has an open domain. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Choso never divulged the fact that Kenjaku is Yuji's mother.
Yeah. Yep. So they just don't talk.
It's like, that's my thing here. It's like, there's more loose ends to tie up with Kenjaku than there is Sukuna.
I feel like they bring in more and more loose ends with Sukuna as time goes on, though.
Like what?
He's talking all this shit about
He's
people with ideals, a sorcerer he fought 1,000 years ago that we don't even get a name drop for.
No, I think those people, he says sorcerers, plural. I think those are the people that sealed him that he was talking about there.
Well, no, because he
people
learned how to turn himself into a cursed object from Kenjaku, so he did it himself. So,
Either way, it's just Kenjaku's the mastermind between everything. Sukuna's just the fucking gun.
Yeah, well, we don't have any context to know if it's true. We still don't even know how he turned into this from being a sorcerer.
Everything that I've seen,
everything's loose ends. We're loose ends all the way down.
Yeah, but either way, again, all Sukuna is relevant for is the fact that they need to defeat him. I could give two fucks about everything else Sukuna involved.
I care about everything else about Sukuna. The defeating him's going to happen anyway.
Exactly.
It's
so
a shonen
it's like,
manga. I want to know more about
because
him.
To me, Sukuna's not interested at all. He's just, I'm super strong.
Kenjaku couldn't give less of a shit if he failed.
Kenjaku's not interested. It's the things he's done that's interesting.
I don't even think those are interesting. I think it's still all loose ends all the way down. Everything he's done.
No, it's not loose
led
ends.
To nowhere.
It's not loose ends all the way down. It's Gege forgot all the way down.
It's Gege forgot all the way down.
I don't know. I just would rather have had.
This is the part that bugs me, is that bringing up all this shit about the past with Sukuna being like all these people back then. Why does it irritate me? Shit like that. I don't have context to know what you're feeling at all. And I'm not going to get it.
No.
It's not going to happen. No Heian flashback is coming.
It's especially because, well, he hasn't really given any real timetable, right? That when he's just trying to end it.
Yeah.
So.
I still don't think it's coming at this rate, though.
That's what I'm saying. Because if he does a Heian flashback, it has to be somewhere between 10 to 15 chapters.
I would hope.
You'd hope.
Like,
to fully flesh out a story. Unless.
Chapter.
If you want to do a flashback that answers all your questions with the story. Unless you want to do a flashback that just answers questions. It's different. Because if you want just a flashback where it's like a couple pages that's like, oh, Sukuna fought these people at this time, and then he did this, and then he turned himself into a cursed object, then he did this, and then this happened. Or if you want the story of through that, introducing the characters that were involved, showing all of the fights, did that, showing each thing, you need time to do that. And I think 10 chapters, roughly, 10 chapters is a lot, so maybe a little less than that, but five to,
it's probably gonna be 3.
Yeah, 5 to 10 chapters maybe to flesh out a thing, maybe, but
it's not happening.
It's not going to be that much. It's going to be half a chapter somewhere.
If I get that,
it
might just be Sukuna talking about the past without any imagery of the past.
I don't know though, because we just got 7 pages of Sukuna just talking about how he's irritated.
Yeah, which I loved. I loved having some fucking context. Because I do think you're right, too. We definitely could have gotten more with Kenjaku. He talked all that stuff about Tengen, and we really got none of the context for it ever. No. It's all set up and no payoffs.
Still don't have any context of how Kenjaku and Sukuna know each other.
Yeah.
No concept of knowing why Kenjaku what his curse technique was to allow him to swap through. Is he a cursed spirit, or is he still just a sorcerer that's curse technique allows him to live longer?
Him being Yuji's mom has like no impact on the story now, in hindsight.
Yeah, full like
none.
Okay, and Yuji doesn't even know it anyway.
And now they're dead.
And now he's dead, presumably, because Yuta's here and Kenjaku's not. And then...
Thank God. Thank God, though, he did show up with stitches on his head. I would have been so unhappy. I would have been so sad.
They just off-screened Yuta dying.
I would have been so sad.
The manga would be over. 0% chance that they beat Sukuna and a Yuta-infused Kenjaku. A Yuta Jaku. 0 chance they beat that.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that the only one still standing that's gonna do something is Yuji. Kusakabe's there and he has simple domain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some defense stats, but what the fuck does he have offensively?
A slash real good.
Yeah, look what happened the last time someone slashed real good.
Yeah.
They got Aizen Sosuke, and their blade got caught.
Well, another person got their head chopped off when someone slashed real good.
Oh, yes. Yuta, yeah. True.
We'll see.
Yeah, but I don't think Kusakabe's that guy.
No, I don't think he is either. I think he's already proving it by being the peanut gallery on the battlefield.
So, unless Hakuri just smokes fucking Utahime over there. Ume, yes. Utahime is fucking... MIA.
Fucked off to live a happy life.
Yes. Ume, and then comes to help Yuji. But it doesn't matter because now Yuta's there to help Yuji. So it's like, it's just Yuta and Yuji now. But eliminate Yuta and put Yuta Jaku.
Choso's somewhere there.
Yes, that's right. But, alright, so Choso, Hakuri, and Yuji versus Yuta Jaku and Sukuna.
Ino's there?
I thought Ino was dead in the first place, and if he's not dead now, he's gonna be.
I don't think he is dead, because he had that little tiny pop-off. I think he got away after.
Bro, he got no-diffed by the dude that resurrected Toji before he resurrected Toji.
True, but now he's got the Nanami blade, with Nanami's curse technique.
He still got no-diffed by the dude that his body was taken over by the will of a dead man.
Yeah, but it's like Gege's favorite dead man.
It's true. I did see it, especially when watching through because I forgot that he existed until I even saw him in Shibuya, and I was like, "Oh yeah, you.
Yeah, you exist.
You exist to get thrown off of a building."
Oh, see, he's here. He's right there.
Oh yeah, huh? See,
I didn't even notice.
Again, though, what is he gonna do? Nothing. He will do nothing.
He did attack Sukuna.
He did. He also saved fucking Higuruma's life right off the rip.
Yeah.
Higuruma would have been dead that panel.
I'm also, I was going to say I'm also happy that Higuruma might not die. But then again, the last time I saw someone taken off the battlefield for healing, it was Nobara.
Truth. And I thought it was pretty conclusive that Higuruma died last chapter.
Yeah, they made it pretty clear.
Especially because he
They might just be doing it to bury them, because they did take Gojo's body too, and they're not bringing Gojo back.
Watch them bring Gojo back, and he just comes in and he kills Sukuna with like a red from behind, just like sitting there, all kind of like still like half stitched back together. Sukuna's on his last leg. He was defeated by Yuji and Yuta, whoever.
Merger.
They were about to beat Sukuna, but then Gojo just like red.
Oh no.
Tojian win.
But then Sukuna activates the merger, and just like how I called it with Taboo Tattoo, it ends in a giant kaiju fight.
Let's not.
No, please, no.
Please, no. I would love that. Go just for the fucking memories. Because Gojo over everywhere and all that shit. Just be like,
he just wins. Everyone's like, Sensei! And it's just happily ever after.
the "nah, I'd win" meme that is just everywhere.
Even to this day.
Dude, that fucking meme I sent you, the video of the universe and the stars, and then throw the what do they call it?
Throughout heaven and earth, I am the habitable one.
Yes, no, the Jujutsuology.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the meme
That and Jujutsu folk.
Yeah. It's just basically the planets, and like in the beginning God created whatever it was, and then the
That's
earth.
like the sperm one.
Yeah. Just going through. They had me because I was like, "Oh, what is this about?" Talking about space and how things were made, and then like 3 sentences in,
descends into like 8 layers of Jujutsu hell.
they said something that Gojo said, and then I was like, "Wait a minute."
They ripped through all the memes. There's
that?
a set formula now.
What was that? Oh, maybe it's just coincidence. Oh, that's another one. I don't think this is a coincidence. Oh, no, this is just all JJK. I'm sitting there laughing my ass off. My wife
Are you
doesn't
the
get it.
earth because you're habitable? Are you habitable because you're the earth?
They went through all of it, the whole thing. My wife was listening to it, and she's like, "What is this ridiculous?" I was like, "This
She
entire."
can hear the brain cells we lose to this.
I was like, "This entire thing is a JJK spoiler," and she's like, "No, I don't want to know." And I was like, "You wouldn't know. You wouldn't get it. You would not
I'd
get
win.
any of it." But I don't know. It was fucking hilarious.
The lobotomy Kaisen in full effect.
For real. Good. Ugh. I'm sad that you didn't read the end to Dan.
I'm so sorry.
It's not
I
your
would have
fault,
if
though.
I could have.
Yeah, I know.
I failed.
We got a confusing as fuck Kagura Bachi chapter.
I liked it.
I did too, but I like that it counts down through the whole chapter.
Yes, it took me a while to realize it was counting down, not up. I thought it was doing like a Quentin Tarantino thing at first, where I was going back in time.
I thought it was showing the time on a clock too.
Yeah, me too.
Them sitting down eating together made no sense for a while. I think it's just a metaphor. I don't think they actually sat down and ate with each other. I think it's just like
I don't think so either, because
their
they're in the same
philosophies-
courtyard.
Yeah, I think it's just their philosophies of what the sword is.
Yeah, like
and
kind of
what's
like what they were getting from each other through their battle.
Yeah. And then fucking Kagura pulling a fast one on him at the end.
I did-
And breaking Cloud Gouger.
Yes. Which did make me sad, because I do like its moveset. I was kind of looking forward to it still being in the story, but whatever.
I was looking
That
forward
was
to
his
that
answer.
Nitoryu in Kagura Bachi. Like, why wouldn't you have 2 cursed swords if you could? You know what I mean?
I did like the whole metaphor of it, though, like when he actually goes to eat the dango, I believe it is.
Yes.
He eat it while he's thinking about his dad being like, yo, these are still weapons of murder.
100%. Brutal.
Brutes and magoots.
But,
Especially like the ending.
yeah, the artwork was great.
Him cutting off right before.
Another thing, though, again, it holds no weight that Kagura just got his arm cut off because the girl's just going to heal it.
Yes, I thought of you the moment I saw that arm come off, actually.
I was staring at that page for a while. I was like, that's not Kagura's hand, is it? That's got to be the other guy, right?
They're both wearing black, too, so that didn't help.
But then it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Because it even shows him without
the arm.
And I'm like, damn, that just means his shit's gonna get healed after the battle.
And Shojo's ain't.
No, he's definitely dead with that last slice. He'll say his last words at the beginning of the next chapter, then it'll be over. Then he'll go get his arm healed. Like, that's not an alive amount of blood that just came off of him.
Oh, no. I said the same thing about Renji at least 3 times. Just saying.
Hey, man, they're spirits.
Those were like a skyscraper's amount of blood on that spirit, man.
They're ghosts, though. They don't have blood. I did notice something. I took a single panel. That's the dude that he was fighting.
Oh, yeah, that is.
You scroll, yeah. It's just a fact remains, or whatever they're talking about. And see, the one guy's mask is on the beach, And then that's the guy
that we were saying didn't take an attack. Too.
Yeah, that's underwater because
Yeah,
his fish is there. So that pisses me off.
That pisses me off too. I do like that the one survivor is now kind of set up to be like anti-enchanted blade, and it's also the one person whose technique we didn't see.
Right. I don't know. I was just like,
but yeah, same.
I don't like that Shojo just kind of fucking no diff to them, basically. Not really. I mean, he took a lot of damage.
Yeah, he came in this fight fucked up.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think that he should have been able to kill all those guys. It's like...
Or I just think it's more like I didn't want all these side characters to die.
Yeah, because I don't like when you introduce... Like, not all of them were cool. Like, that main guy with the ponytail thing.
They were cool in conjunction. They did cool things together.
And then you just introduce the whole team just to get murdered.
For that poor girl that died to just like the neck slash too.
Yeah.
They even get to die like a cool way.
So, I don't know. It's whatever. I'm sure there'll be plenty of other side characters that
Plus, we still haven't seen what black-haired guy does. The one that was with Mr. Shiba when Shojo's like, they make the difference. I can't fight with those two there.
Sure, he wasn't there at the fight, though.
No, he was here for any of this.
He's just, I got things to do.
You guys are the squad we set up for Shojo. Bye!
I don't know. I just don't want this to be... Like, I like it when side characters mean something to the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that they're strong. The main character doesn't always need to be the strongest person. You know, take Full Metal Alchemist, for example. Ed is not the strongest person for the long... Like, I would say...
You won me over instantly.
I would say towards the end of Full Metal Alchemist, you can make the argument that Ed is one of the more powerful people.
But then he also gives it up at the very end.
Yeah. But I would still say that he would be hard-pressed to fight against someone like Mustang.
Or Kimberly. He actively avoided fighting Kimberly, like... In both adaptations, no one wanted to fight Kimberly.
No one wants to smoke.
No one wanted that smoke.
Oh, fucking Alphonse wanted to smoke all of that smoke.
With the Philosopher fucking Stone.
Yeah, he took on him and Pride.
Yes.
At the same time. He was fucking their shit up.
Yeah.
Kimberly was sweating.
The fucking Earth Dragon. I'll always remember that cut.
Coming in on that shit. But, like, yeah. So it's
yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, there's another great... Hunter x Hunter is the other great example. Because Gon and Killua are literally never the strongest people in their arcs.
People like to say that adult Gon is like the strongest person we've seen. I was like, I think he'd still lose to Meruem. It's just you not beating Meruem in a contest of strength. If there was some actuality
where he'd win, it would be the closest goddamn fight ever. And I still agree with you. But, like, again, it's the way Neferpito worded it, where she said his fangs could reach the king. That doesn't mean...
He kills the king. It just means he could
hurt him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, because my thing is, it's like everyone points to the fact that Pito's, like, really strong, right? Pito's a very strong character. And Gon just fucking mollywops her. Like, neg diffs her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's
my toy.
He loses the arm only because he is trying to hurt her, not trying to win a fight. You know
he was
what I mean?
Depressed. She did it post-death and to his back.
Yes.
There's like 3 layers of excuses to why he loses the arm.
So people put that, it's like, look how much stronger he is than Pito. And Pito must be relative to Meruem. It's like, no.
Think of the worker ant dude who was there when the Royal Guard was born. And he's like, oh, fuck, I need to give up on all of my life ambitions. Meruem is to them what they are to him.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it's like, yeah, okay. But look what Meruem did to the strongest hunter. Like, even...
Jing?
No. His name. The dude that Meruem fought.
Oh, Netero.
Netero. I had it. It was on my tongue too. I was like, it starts with an N. But like Netero was putting the hands on him, and because technically, like Meruem hits Netero twice. The first time he hits Netero, he takes his leg off. The second time he hits Netero, he takes his arm off, and that's it. Then Netero uses the zero hand sees that doesn't work, and he's a shriveled up corpse on the thing, and then he stabs himself in the heart and blows up.
Yeah.
But all of those hits that Meruem took and kept coming back, you're going to tell me that Gon is going to do more damage to Meruem than the 1,000-hand Bodhisattva did to Meruem? Like, no. There's just no way.
No.
And again, the thing that stopped Meruem, or that the reason Nero was able to stop Meruem so well, is speed. He was the Bodhisattva was faster than Meruem.
It had a bajillion hands. Gon is one dude punching really hard.
Yeah, you're having a contest of strength with Meruem. You 1,000,000,000% are losing. It's just not happening. Yeah. Which makes me think that Meruem might have been an enhancer, but at the same time, he could have also just been a specialist.
Yeah, could have been. He probably could have made anything he wanted.
Yeah,
of an end power,
which means specialist, right? Because that's what
specialists are, just anyone outside the rules in general.
Because that's what Kurapika is, right? He's a specialist.
And Crollo.
Yes, I don't even know what fucking Netero is, to be honest with you. Because Gon's an enhancer.
I think he's an enhancer.
What's the one that Kalu's called? It's like emitter or something, or transmuter.
They changed their aura to different properties.
Right.
And then Leorio's an emitter.
Yes. But Meruem's just too strong. It's just a monster, man. He's just... No.
I don't think it'll go.
But anyway, yes. So tying this back to Kagura Bachi, having side characters that mean something to the story that can also put up a fight.
Because look at all the side characters we were just discussing in great detail.
Yeah. None of those people are main characters.
Crollo versus Hisoka, one of the greatest manga battles of all time. 2 side villains
that had nothing to do with the current plot. It just cut away to that.
Hard cuts to them.
And right now it's just looking like the Kagura show, with Mr. Shiba doing mysterious Mr. Shiba things.
I do hope he actually did something behind the scenes. Like, they're going to circle back.
Well, he was like, I have something to take care of over here.
He walked up to a shack.
Yeah, in the same, like the same building that
I feel like
Kagura
he's going to come back up.
I would hope so.
Maybe he did something for what black-haired guy might have wanted him to do something.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Or maybe got info in the next sword.
I don't know. I like intriguing side characters.
Same. I've been begging for more Mr. Shiba. Let Mr. Shiba take the wheel for a bit here.
And even because it's like, even into something like Bleach, where it's totally 100% the Ichigo show towards the end.
Yeah, if you want to see some action, gotta be the
center of attraction.
Yeah.
There's a billion side characters in Bleach that all have awesome fights too, though. So, granted, you don't want... I get it. I mean, you want to do...
Early
it's
also.
still super early. Chapter 14?
17.
17? I knew it was like mid-teens somewhere. It's just like, I would like to see some other characters that can fight and live through it. We haven't seen anyone fight and live through the fight other than Chihiro.
Though I am very glad that they're just willing to just fucking kill people.
Oh, Big Sam.
God.
Big Sam.
That part's super refreshing. That
Yes.
he's just... There's no moral quandary here. He just murders people.
Yes, thank you.
Often and brutally.
Because it's a big problem that not older shonen, but just a lot of shonen series have, is like they don't kill their villains.
Naruto's in a bloodthirsty world with ninjas and wars and shit, and he doesn't murder anybody.
Just trying really hard to think if there was like any time that Naruto... Because Naruto doesn't
he doesn't sit there and moralize either. He doesn't sit there and be like, I don't kill people. Like, He doesn't do the Batman thing, like, it's my one rule. He just doesn't.
Because I guess you could say that, like, he was complicit in the death of Nagato. Like, a jury could potentially circumstances pertaining. He would not have died if you didn't fight him.
You certainly didn't try to stop him.
Yeah. It's like you pushed him to pushed a crippled man well past his means, and he overexerted himself. So circumstances don't fall in Naruto's favor in that one, but at the same time, Naruto never outright kills anyone that I'm aware of.
Nope.
It's not even side characters, so you can't even pull an Aang where it's like, I never kill people, and you can point to numerous occasions through the series where Aang has obviously killed that dude. Like, turning into the giant monster at the water tribe at the end.
Did he also like bat people
Off a mountain
temple?
Off of a mountain temple, yes. Or when they're in the hot air balloon, smashing those to the ground.
Yeah, in the war.
Capsizing battleships. You know how big battleships are? How many people are on there? You told me nobody drowned in that shit.
Oh, they absolutely did.
Stacking fucking throwing 6 tanks on top of each other and booting them fucking 7 football fields. You think the dude inside of a metal box being booted 7 football fields didn't die of a concussion?
But past avatars, I don't want to kill Ozai.
Fuck, what was their name?
Kyoshi?
Kyoshi was just like, yo, murder that fool. Because she killed that one Earth general guy.
Yeah. When she separated the island off the Earth, which was so badass.
Yeah, and he just fell to his death.
Fuck it.
Avatar's so good, man.
Yeah, it's still a masterpiece.
But
I'm so sad they're making more. Did I tell you we tried starting up Fooly Cooly Grunge?
No.
It's unwatchably bad.
Oof.
It is so goddamn terrible.
The live action Avatar's coming out soon.
I'm
It's
trembling in fear.
Especially because the original creators left midway.
Yeah.
I will say, though, at least this time Katara looks like Katara. Looks like just like her. Just like,
I passed by a poster and didn't even click. I saw that it was coming soon. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'll probably try watching it.
My wife's going to watch it, and I told her, you can watch it, and I'll be sitting next to you.
My partner's not even sure if he finished the animated Avatar series, so I kind of don't want to let him watch it. I want to, like, gatekeep him away till he's done with the cartoon.
It took me a long time because something happened midway through the Fire book where I ended up watching all of it later in life.
Yeah.
Sorry about that pause there. I'm just starting to think. I think I might actually own Avatar: The Last Airbender on DVD. Maybe. I could be wrong, but because I watched it after the fact. I watched I just restarted because the Fire season was the one I'd seen the least of.
Same.
Like, I saw a few episodes at the beginning and didn't see any of the
like
end.
book 1 like 80 billion times, though.
Same. Those reruns, man. Nickelodeon reruns. It was Nickelodeon, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the only Nickelodeon show I watched.
The only good Nickelodeon show, because Cartoon Network was far superior.
Cultured man. No.
Remember cable fucking, and the Disney Channel was Channel 34, Nickelodeon was 35, and Cartoon Network was 36.
I also watched a little Fox box, but I wouldn't even begin to put them in the conversation.
And then Channel 38 had, like, Power Rangers on the weekends. Saturday morning Power Rangers. Yes.
The Kirby cartoon.
Oh, no.
Whoops, stop. It wasn't good.
It doesn't sound good. I don't know, man. Kirby doesn't talk, so having a cartoon about Kirby doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Both the Kirby cartoon of that time and the Sonic cartoon of that time were absolute garbage.
There's some good Sonic stuff now, though. My son watches Sonic.
There's some good Sonic stuff before it, too. It was just that one was really bad.
Sonic has some deep lore that they've built for themselves. The Sonic verse is huge.
He was Sonic XD.
It's just XD sounds bad.
Oh, here we go. Sonic X show. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It brings back all the memories.
Oh. So that doesn't look too bad, like, animation style-wise.
Here's my problem.
The person?
There's my problem.
Well, first off, why is there a person? I don't know of a single human other than Egghead in all of Sonic.
He, happens upon Sonic, I think, in his pool. Like, he's drowning in his pool. He, saves Sonic. It's like the audience insert to view the Sonic world through. And I think that's, half the reason people have, a Sonic fetish now.
Terrible.
Awful. Set them up for failure.
You know it's not awful?
What?
Pokemon with guns.
Oh, Palworld.
Yeah. It actually looks pretty cool.
It's all over my Twitter.
It's everywhere right now.
Constant talking about it.
Because one person saw it and they're like, this is a Pokemon ripoff. And then everyone saw it and like, this actually looks pretty good.
But
We're
now
gonna
there's
play
also
it.
like, is it AI? The guy that liked the guy at the head of it said he liked AI like 2 years ago. And now it's people are running with that, being like, I don't support this AI garbage. And now it's people having to point out there's no evidence this is AI. The conversation's
I don't think
it's like a disease spreading.
I haven't seen too much of it, and I obviously haven't played it, but I don't think AI could make that game, dude.
No, I also
maybe
they're saying maybe with the designs.
Okay, so what?
Yeah,
You typed in some stuff into an AI, got a concept, and then fucking made off the concept.
That's if he even did.
If he did, and if he did, who gives a fuck?
Because again, they are basing this off of like literally one comment where he's like, "Oh, ChatGPT seems kind of cool and useful." It was literally like an 8-word sentence of something about ChatGPT, and then just running with that to say it definitely used AI.
People are just ridiculous. People are up in arms about AI, man. People do not like that.
Oh
shit.
yeah,
It's a big thing.
The Roman legionnaires.
For real.
I don't like it either. But I also don't sit there and like start berating people.
I think it has
it.
its uses, but at the same time, it's like AI on the art scene. I get like people saying that kind of, but it's like you have no basis to hate it. But first off, you look at it and you can tell instantaneously that it's AI.
Yeah.
So there's artists out there that's going to affect them. Because
down the line it possibly could, but at the same time
because then if anything it's going to help. Well, it might help. Sorry to say this, time to rip the band-aid off. Tough love. If you suck at art or you're mediocre at art, AI is going to destroy you.
Yeah.
But if you're awesome at art, you're going to fucking explode, because what's going to happen
I think if you're good at art.
If you're good at art.
Awesome.
Okay.
Good.
Especially if you're awesome, though. Because this is what I think. AI art is going to get bigger. There's nothing anyone can do to stop it.
Yeah.
It's not going to get big. So what's going to happen is people are going to use that. But there's also that desire people have for the creative...
Artist intent
and drawn by human hand thing. So, but because now AI has overtaken, because the art field is extremely saturated right now. You type in anything, you can find 12 artists on the dime that can do something.
I also wanted, if you type in anything with the word art into Twitter, you're going to get like 20 bot messages on your fucking comment.
So the AI side is going to, maybe, this is a branch in parallel future timeline here that could happen if AI does take over. I think it would get rid of the mediocre people or the just okay people, because AI would do it better than them and faster and easier for the person to gain access to it. But then AI is not going to be able to make something as imaginative, creative, or as maybe even as detailed as the high-end artists. So the people will still get commissions from those artists, but now, because it's a smaller artist pool, it's not as competitive. You know what I mean? Yeah. High tier artists are still selling for high amounts, but they still have to consider they have to bring their prices down a little bit. But now that if they know the demand for them is high, they can just keep racking that price up and up and up and up and up and make more and more money for their art, which is good for them, but bad for the people below them, you know what I mean, that are getting overtaken by the AI. But then also, maybe these gatekeepers of the art win, and the art side of AI goes away, but then AI is used for other things like ChatGPT.
Literally a billion different things, between TikToks, even journalism.
AI would be great if you could teach AI to code.
Yeah.
Imagine,
which they have.
So,
skins,
we were talking earlier, skins make... because of the code, and skin takes 2 months to build. Maybe it takes 2 hours.
Code a game with an AI chatbot. All he would do is be like, "Give me some code to like make this kind of game, like a game like Flappy Bird," and then he'd see a problem. He'd be like, "Give me code to make it so that the velocity is like how I want it to be, and then more code. Like, and he literally just made like a Flappy Bird clone.
Yeah. So I think the better and better AI gets, the faster development will be on certain things, on like games and new technologies. Development cycles will be faster because they're going to be able to use AI instead of fingers can only type code up so fast and click so fast, and AI can do a fucking a spreadsheet in a blink of an eye where it would take someone else a half hour. You know what I mean?
Though I can see the other side, the parts where I hate AI is it's gonna ruin the internet completely. It already fucking is. The fucking bots everywhere. It's a goddamn fucking nightmare.
Yes.
I've been off the walls with it on Facebook are these AI scam games that are all over my goddamn feed because I keep commenting on
all
them.
of the ones. Well, stop commenting on.
I literally turned on Facebook. I scrolled for maybe 3 minutes max. I ran into 4 different Dragon Ball Z games that were all unlicensed.
You know what I've been seeing? 2 things. One, games that just straight up rip gameplay for a AAA title game or an anime or something, and I'm like, how are you not getting sued right now? And then also, I see it all the time, multiple different games playing the same fake game.
The usual, like, running a gun to shoot barriers.
Yeah,
or an upgraded gun.
Or the guy that, I don't know. Someone stole the one guy forever, but it's fucking Colin from fucking Fate. Lancer.
Oh, yeah.
From Fate Stay Night, Fate. Unlimited Blade Works. Lancer. It's that dude, and it's evolved where this man is gone. But the games where it's like you had to move the little pegs to like
the lava and the princess.
Yes. Or now
gold.
Or now I've seen him, he starts up here and like gets kicked down and loses all his armor, and you have to do math problems to like solve it up. Like, you're now number 2, move to the number 1 lock, and now you're 3, and you can take on 4. None of those
are the actual game.
Yeah, and they all always do the same thing. They always lose in the game to make you pissed. Be like, oh, I can do better. Then you click on the game, and it's completely different.
My whole fucking thing's just literally stolen anime games.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, I never click on any of them.
Pet Shop. I
think just the ads itself is just fucking.
It's crazy that there's literally no vetting for it. But my thing
I was about to say, here's one, but it's Azure Lane. So.
But they're absolutely using AI to make them because they keep getting shut down and then constantly remade. And they also got, like, I mean, it could be horrible translations, but they also have, like, the most silly English in all of their, like, ad pictures.
Oh, 100%. It's rough. It's like, you couldn't spend just a little bit of time on this?
And the third one, I do have a third bracket I really hate. I'd hate to see get worse for AI, is AI voice acting. I think is absolutely execrably terrible.
I haven't heard any, but I can only imagine.
The Finals has it. The announcers are AI-generated lines, and it is bad.
I've been scrolling through here, and surprisingly, I just ran into a 7 Deadly Sins game as my first.
That might be official.
Yeah.
It was less on my feed. I was expecting worse.
The only other game I saw was for Azure Lane, and I know that's legit because it's fucking Azure Lane. Yeah, I know that's a game. But
they got reported to high heaven, but I doubt it. I've just started commenting on all of them.
Yeah, but then if you do that, the algorithm is gonna see you.
I just want to clown on them. Yeah. I don't even care. I take screenshots of their reviews and post it on their comments. Take screenshots of their horrible English fucking adverts and slap them in the comments.
Hey, whatever works, right, for you.
And of course, all of the fucking wrong names that I was sharing for a while too. Where was it? Black Fog, millions of passes for Lumillion. Yeah, it's my favorite My Hero character. Millions of passes.
Yes, you shared multiples of those. When you were coming across them, those are rough.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the hell wave that hit me. So many Dragon Ball Z ones. It's insane how many Dragon Ball Z ones.
You've just fallen down the path of fake shit game ads, I guess.
Fake shit AI games.
Which just sucks too, because it's like, even like, how did they make money? Like, just like,
they all sell gachables of their art they stole.
Because like, even just clicking on it's not gonna do nothing for them, I wouldn't think.
No, there's people that will actually, even just one person paying into it, because if it is made by AI, they literally have no overhead.
People do like to waste money. 100%.
Oh my god, people have searched this. I wonder if it'll be the right one. No, it's not mature content. I was looking for there's a copy pasta that people use on Twitter to summon all of the bots. I was hoping to find it. Don't make me download Reddit again. Damn it.
Damn. Oh well.
Brutal. Oh, here it is. My account got hacked. I need a sugar daddy. My MetaMask trust wallet got hacked. I need someone to write my essay. Need a logo. Need a banner. I'm suspended from NFT. Griffin, MetaMask, NFT. I need an Xbox 360. Please help. My Twitter account got banned. My PS4 account.
It's oh my god.
A bot summoning like ritual.
Brutal. That's just yeah. That's definitely the.
It's gonna destroy the internet.
The downside to AI, 100%. Because then
here you go. I found someone on Twitter using it. It's all bots.
Bots talking to bots.
Yep. Here's one for fixing your trust wallet. One for getting a sugar daddy. Airdrop Ethereum.
I don't see any of this, so it just means it because you saw that one and you interact with it. It says.
Well, no, this wasn't. I just looked up the copy pasta that they used to summon the bots. But that's the point. Like, if anyone's like, "Oh, I need an artist for a banner," you will get 30 bots of artists trying to steal your money because they're not really artists; they're AI bots.
Yeah.
So but they use this to people they don't like, just to summon all the bots onto their threads. DM me if you need a sugar mommy. There's also the time that I posted that for some reason, every time I saw anyone use the N-word on Twitter, a fake gun ad would come up. People would be like, "Yo, if you're looking for a gun, DM me at this link."
Fucking wild.
It's all over the place, and it's only gonna get worse.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Fucking AI.
It's not whatever. I want my internet back.
Internet back?
Yes.
That's never going to happen. The internet was never a good place. It's always been fucking cesspool. The world was better without it.
That post is like a perfect...
What was perfect?
That was like a perfect representation. Just someone with their whole face in someone's ass.
Oh.
I
don't know, man. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I still like the internet better when it's not just bot shit, though.
Well, yeah. Obviously. But, I mean, at the same time, it's kind of your fault. Because, again, I don't see any bots. Well, I know that's actually not true.
That's
I have some bots.
Not true.
I've bot followers on Twitter that like my posts.
I was about to say you absolutely see bots.
It's just that I see them on ads, but I don't interact with them. I just keep scrolling. You know, you interact with them, so you see compounding more bots than I do.
I don't interact with them on Twitter.
I mean, on Facebook though.
Yeah.
Like I just scrolled through for like 2 minutes or a few minutes ago when we were talking, when I saw the Azure Lane thing and the other thing, think I saw one ad that was questionable with the 7 Deadly Sins that could also just be a legit game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
the Twitter side worries me more because ads are whatever. They're all garbage. I don't want to be advertised at anyways. But when all of the genuine interaction is just bot posts, it's like...
Yeah. You know what's surprising too? When I'm scrolling through my Twitter or like my following page or For You,
yeah,
I try and stay on the following page to be honest with you, but I don't really see many ads.
They're there, but they're not invasive.
Maybe it's just that because they're so like spread out that I see like 12 to 15 posts of my followers and then one ad that I just kind of scroll past, and it just like
see they're just not invasive is the thing. Like it's just so easy to just whoop.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Why it's like that, because it's so easy to just not see it and not register that it was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which sucks for the advertiser.
Yeah.
But for me, the consumer, beautiful. Fucking, who knows what the future will bring? Maybe Skynet takes over tomorrow.
Sure hope not.
Maybe John Connors comes from the fucking future and just shuts down the internet in general. One or the other. There is no choice but these two. Really sucks that you didn't watch Den to Den. Read.
I wish I could.
You know, fucking Viz.
Wait, let me reset my password. I tried again today.
Yeah, it really sucks too, because like you can't really do anything. Because I assume if you try making a new account, it'd be like there's already an account with this tied to this email,
and I'd have to pay for another subscription and undo the subscription to my first account, and then log into the Shonen Jump app on the new account.
Yeah, and then lose all of your read chapters and saved manga and favorited stuff. Yeah,
not worth.
So it looks like you'll have to read it
and start pirating it.
On pirate or something until you can figure it out.
Fucking shit.
I don't even know what you would do to that unless you can get in touch with customer support somehow.
Maybe try to reset my password through the Shonen Jump app instead.
Yeah, there you go. You try it
I just don't want to get booted from the Shonen Jump app though.
Yeah, right.
That's still working just fine.
I would say, you sure you've been paying, but it's a fucking $2 charge.
Yeah.
It says no way.
This would have booted me by now too.
Yeah. Imagine if it didn't, like the app just stayed active.
Even though I couldn't pay.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious, maybe. That could be it. Oh no. What are you doing?
Don't do that. Don't scare me. But anyway. AI might take over the world.
We'll take over the internet.
Take over the internet.
Which is pretty much the world at this point.
Basically. Who knows? Time will tell. But I think that's a good place to end it. AI scares.
Another wild strawberry skip.
Oh, well. Yeah, we can talk about wild strawberry quick then.
I barely remember it, to be honest. I was just looking at the last picture in the chapter.
Well, because I find it funny that they have a name for this group after they're like, there might be traitors in the next chapter. Their name is the Black Lily, and we will take them down.
And we have this exact spot where their experiments were.
Yes. So, literally, first page, they're called Black Lily, and says they created the Jika. They're the root of all evil. I see what you did there.
The root of.
But, I mean, it's really just basically saying how his sister, Kanao,
will probably be important to these people.
Is, yeah. How do you say it? Kayano? Kayano? Kayano. Yeah, probably Kayano.
And then the Black Lily rolling up to what looks like freeze, like vacuum sealed Jinka.
Right at the end there. Because I tell you though, the artwork is so good. Lit. Especially the last 4 pages.
Yeah, when all the dialogue drops, pretty much. Everything after the dialogue dropped It was like banger art.
Oh, yeah, like 5 pages straight with the double page straight at the end. Also, could also not be Jika's because it's totally just people with a very large umbilical cord coming off of them.
They do say Jinka on it.
They do, yes. Which is weird. So
and their Black Lily symbol.
Yeah, so does Jika just come from people? Human experimentation?
Right? Maybe to make stronger ones? Because they also look... I mean, this could just be looking too much into it, but those front two look like the exact same kind of person. Like,
yeah, just facing different directions. So it's like, what's going on here? Oh, my volume's up. Sorry about that.
Got a new chapter of Trojan X to read. Got a new chapter of Trojan X to read. 17 pages, what?
You get a short chapter. You get a short chapter.
Excuse me? This is Trojan X, sir. This isn't Chainsaw Man.
We demand 50 chapters every week.
I do. Not every week, but still.
Well, isn't it monthly? Or
it's whenever Suishida pleases. It goes November 1st, November 22nd, December 4th, December 13th, December 27th, January 19th.
Yeah, whenever he pleases. It's
literally whenever. You ready? Ready? There's like...
I'm ready.
3 in June, 2 July, 2 August, 3 September, 1 in October. Literally just whatever Suishida pleases. Please,
good.
Sir, keep doing our magazine.
Yeah, good on him, I guess, right?
Right? The most freedom. Other than Ruri Dragon's author, who just still hasn't put out another chapter.
Well, wasn't that author in the hospital for a while or something? He was like...
having some sort of health issue.
Very ill. I don't know what his illness was, but I heard that it was career stopping, like pausing type deal. Like, we are going to pause your career for a little bit.
It's just still crazy they haven't, like...
Yeah, but didn't you also...
axed their career.
Didn't you also not like Rui Dragon anyway?
No, I don't.
So...
I just still find it very curious that they're so quick on the axing series, but they still kept Ruri Dragon, like, ambiguously open.
Is it still ambiguously open, or did they finally, like... No,
there's no official word yet.
That's strange. But, whatever. I mean...
Good for them. I don't want to see anyone fail, really.
Yeah, right?
Besides Shadow Eliminators. I'm pretty sure Mama Yu Yu got canceled.
It doesn't surprise me. I really liked that first chapter, but it felt hard for me, the, like, second and third chapter. I was like, no anymore. I was hyping that shit up. That first week when I read that first chapter, I was like, this is pretty good. I said Gil was really bad for me, though. That one fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, it started really strong. But then it's like...
Is that still going, or did they also get...
No, that got X'd.
Yeah.
I'm like 90% sure that got X'd.
Well, it looks like they finally got a one to stay with Kagura Bachi. I don't think Kagura Bachi's going anywhere.
Better not.
No, it's too popular.
Well, they're saying Japanese audiences aren't liking it as much.
Really?
Yeah. So some crowds are worried. We'll see. The first volume's coming out in Japan. They better not cancel it, though. I'll be very sad.
Well, I mean, they're going to have to do something because, like we've said before, JJK, My Hero Academia,
they just
Black
lost Black Clover because it's already out of Shonen Jump magazine. Yeah. It's Jump Giga.
So, things are ending soon.
Yeah, they're going to have to put some faith into something.
Especially, too, I mean, it's probably like 7 years from now, the way Oda goes, but One Piece is going to be ending soon at some point, too, so.
Mm-hmm.
They're in what Oda's calling the final saga. What that entails on how long. He said when we were still in Wano 5 years, and we all laughed at Oda. Because we all knew that it was definitely not Can be done in 5 years.
Sakamoto Days is going to have to be pulling double time for the magazine.
I mean, it's pretty popular. They got some other ones like Undead Unluck, but we just don't talk about it. And Witch Watch is on there. That's pretty long, which I need to get on more. I'm like chapter 20.
Samurai stood the test of time. Mishin Zakura family's there somehow.
Spy Family, Kaiju.
Jump Plus for both of those. Neither of those are in the magazine itself.
Oh.
I was thinking that because someone even put I think the Shonen's future is going to be just fine. It was Kaiju number 8, Undead Unluck, Sakamoto Days, Dandadan, I want to say. But when you think about it, 2 of those aren't in the magazine there. So it would just be Undead Unluck and Sakamoto Days, really.
The chapter for Dandadan today reminded me why Dandadan is not on the app.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, because that happens in Dandadan. Often. And especially in the earliest parts. I was like, yes.
I'll take you to the panty shot.
No.
Oh.
Actually. Well, yes, but not Momo's panties.
Oh.
And then something else, too.
Sounds like Golden Kamuy-esque, even.
Yeah, because he gave her his pants, remember?
Oh, yeah.
She's got that huge jumper now. It's hilarious. She's walking around with this huge fucking poofy pants because her skirt is in there. But, like, the skirt, you would think would just get pushed in with pants like normally it would. But no, it's, like, ballooned out in these pants. But he's running around in his underwear right now. But that's not even what I was talking about. But you'll see it when you read it. I took a screenshot of it, so I won't forget. But now
it's time to wrap up.
It's time to wrap up. It's been a podcast about, well, games too, but it's like manga podcast, and we were like, yeah, we'll talk about AI and Mobas for.
We still fit everything in.
Yeah. It does suck though that Chainsaw Man always comes out the day after.
Yeah. It's like the one I'm usually, besides Dandadan, the one I'm like second most excited for then. Especially right now.
Yeah, it's pretty up there right now, especially right now
like,
what's going on.
Gutting Miri in the last panel.
I'll read it on lunch tomorrow. It's going to be nice. Hope he kills everybody there. He probably basically already has is like, what, one person potentially still standing and Bareem.
All of them could come back.
Well, not one of them because he ate one of them.
Started eating one of them.
Yes. We don't know how much of them he has to devour.
All of them.
But then there's got to be a certain limit because Nayata's right there and he ate Makima, so.
He did it in human form.
That's right.
Ha ha ha. Actually, it took a YouTube video to remind me why he did it that way. It's because eating someone isn't an attack, so it wouldn't activate the contract she had that would revive her.
How did he get her to a state that he could eat her?
I know. That slash at the end, but I thought the same, to be honest. I'm like,
because
wouldn't she start regenerate there?
Yeah, wouldn't that be the attack? Unless he did it.
He did it with love.
Or he did it quick enough.
They do know they had like her packaged into different parts, so maybe they're just trying to keep her separate long enough that he could.
That's like the darkest part of fucking Chainsaw Man too, that he just fucking
out of an already dark manga, but yeah.
Because it's like, wouldn't the chainsaw attack? Because when she was on the train, she got shot up by the guns. She was there for a good 10 minutes before she got back up.
Usually it's like a healing process.
Yeah, so they could get cut down on the chainsaw and be like, all right, while she's down there, let's cut her up.
Yeah, while they're waiting for the packaging, I'm going to keep cutting.
Just cut this arm off, cut that arm off. Just like,
get the Tupperware ready, damn it.
You know what I mean? It's only so fast. Even Wolverine and Deadpool's regeneration takes a while.
Yeah.
Deadpool takes at least a day or two, I think, to regrow an arm. It's not instantaneous, but. So I think that's how they got around.
David Shonen Jump put out Chainsaw Man one day earlier.
It's also a lot to eat.
Yeah.
No way he did that in one sitting.
No, I'm pretty sure he was like pulling it out as like Tupperware.
Gross. Anyway, Dukes of Wisdom.
Dukes of Wisdom.
47.
Not even the first Tatsuki Fujimoto cannibalism scene.
What was the first one?
Fire Punch. Chapter 1. His agony regenerates. He is chopping off his body parts for his village people to eat. And his sister.
Didn't what's his name in Hell's Paradise eat his own arm too?
I think they did.
Oh no, he ate that demon thing's arm.
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Dukes of Wisdom.
Kagura Bachi Podcast.
Mobas.